Hi, this is Roger, thanks for dropping by. Now, some of the videos I've been doing recently are sort of then and now, or before and after, whatever you want to call them, bringing forward a video from the old dormant gardening channel and then comparing them with, what's going on now. Well, this is a similar thing, except for the before is today, Friday. My daughter's down for the weekend. We will do some work in the garden, weather dependent. I don't know what we'll do, but I thought if I have a quick whip round now with the camera, that's the before look. So that's the before. We've got some tidying up to do, so there's definitely some of that to do. So all this mess will be gone. Those last few plants will be planted, mess will be gone. Those little plants there I want to get in the ground. Those are to go in the gravel beds. Hannah will probably plant them because she's had virtually nothing to do with the planting, and she loves the gardening bit because she hasn't got one. That will be in the ground somewhere. Over here there won't be anything to do. This is all planted. It's sort of up and running, if you know what I mean. There's very little weeding to do. There's a bit round here, not essential. The only thing I've got to do is make sure that none of those actually go to seed, because they flick their seeds all over the place and I don't want them because they just keep spreading. So there won't be anything to do in the planted border. When I put the last few plants in, I had a weed round, so there's very little weeding to do. There's a few gaps along the edges. See, now this is a gap, but just have a quick look. Look at it closely. Those are primulas or primrose seedlings. Those are violets. Yeah? Well, when those all grow, that bit will be done. That'll be sort of sorted. So anyway, that's that. We'll get rid of that. That's what the bird feeder sat on. Now over here the Californian lilacs died, so all of that needs cutting out. The ivy needs taking back away from this bush, and it's starting to come out into the planted border, so we'll sort out some ivy. And again, ivy's encroaching along these edges. There's some leaves to clear up. So tidying edges, same here. Probably run the strimmer along there, or at least the secateurs. If Hannah feels like doing it, we'll probably, between us, get rid of that box because it's dead. It just needs to be gone. This Acer's looking smashing at the moment. Really lovely tree, that one. Tree in a pot. Again, the ivy's encroaching on the path, so we'll probably take the edges back there. Job for the strimmer. There's nothing really to do here. Not really anything, but this edge needs sorting out. This needs a good sort out. The ivy's coming right out again, so that needs taking back. And the problem with it is the edging has fallen over. So it's either got to be stood up and tucked back in or just got rid of. So we've got a bit of work to do along there. And then in the gravel beds there are a few weeds starting to appear. So you might have to have a go round and do a bit of weeding or something. The bamboo hasn't started to grow yet, so it's not, it needs nothing done to it. What I do want to do is sort the area out behind the red maple, because it's taking the edge off the red maple. There's an evergreen in there and some bamboo. If they were gone down to that level there, yeah, that sort of gentle slope, then the tree would stand out on its own, which is what I want. I mean, there's some of that bamboo is getting up, the height of the tree. So probably get the long hedge trimmer along there. That's that. That's Mojo's grass, that stays. And again, along this edge here, some tidying up to do, some weeding, and I want to get this area sorted out. Again, it's ivy encroaching. Ivy needs taking back, so that this area is clear. And also the bamboos coming out this way, that can be trimmed back. I don't mind the bamboo going up, but I don't want it coming out over this area. It would make it too shady, so we'll do that. I mean, there might be a bit of bush trimming, but not much. This Himalayan something, oh, I've forgotten, Himalayan honeysuckle, I'll get there in a minute. Looks like we've got flowers coming, so that's good. Now, in the past 2 years I've cut that back not knowing what it was, whereas obviously towards the end of last year it got left, so it's starting out a good size. Yeah, so that's really it. There's not a lot to do, and between us it'll get done very quickly. The camellia over there, that needs trimming. Yeah, those new growths are going to be too long, so again we'll just sort of give that a tidy up. If those new growths are taken back a bit now, where there was one, there'll probably be one or two, so it will thicken the tree up. But it's looking nice anyway, so that's good. And then the only other thing I'll mention is this hedge. If I get over here and get the light round, so you can see it's a mass of new growth. If I put the hedge trimmer along there now, we will have loads and loads of tiny little pieces of hedge to try and pick up, because it'll fall down all over the planted border, all down in the bamboo, and it'll be a nuisance trying to pick it up. If I leave it until those growths get a bit longer and, you know, thicken up a bit, then when we use the hedge trimmer, it'll take it back and it'll grow again. But in addition to that, it'll be a lot easier to clear up. Yeah, I mean, you can see it's starting to come out again. This was taken back to the fence. It's starting to encroach again. So we won't be doing that. We'll be doing that probably in 5 or 6 weeks' time, when those growths have matured and they'll have grown to their length, and then the hedge trimmer will take them back into the darker green, and they'll be a lot easier to clear up then. So that's that. Yeah, so yeah, it's a tidy up rather than major jobs, tidy ups. But it's a matter of spotting those weeds. There's one there, they need dealing with before they get a chance to seed. And then hopefully during this year the weeds should be virtually eradicated by stopping them seeding. They should have all germinated, like in this corner. They've all germinated. Well, if they're all taken out now, before they get a chance to flower, then that should be the end of them. You know, there'll be a few more, obviously, but keeping on top of them is what needs doing. So there we go, tidying up edges, general tidy up round the patio, and all will look nice and spick and span, hopefully, by the end of the weekend. And I know it sounds daft, but Hannah loves helping out with this sort of thing, even though she doesn't really get to take advantage of the results. I do, but she enjoys it, and we do it together, you know. So that's the before look. Hopefully at the end of the weekend it will be different. It's going to be a bit of a nuisance if it's not, after all this. Birds coming in. Oh, you will be pleased to hear the robins successfully raised their chicks, because I've seen them feeding the chicks on the fence. So they're coming down onto the bird feeder and then taking the food up to the chicks who were on the top of the fence. So they've successfully raised some chicks. And once those have sorted themselves out, can feed themselves and can get forgotten, they will probably go back and have another second clutch. And as they haven't been disturbed, it'll probably be in the same place. So Mojo obviously just left them alone. So that was good. Anyway, that's a quick look round as it is now on Friday, and then I'll probably have another look round again on Monday, weather permitting, to see what we actually got up to at the weekend. It'll be from very little to quite a bit, but I doubt if it'll be nothing, because as I say, weather permitting, we'll get on and do some things. See you next time. Thanks for dropping by.